Alrighty. Yes, I do stream on. Alright, send some messages out and we'll go ahead and get started. We got a lot of stuff to do. Alrighty, everyone. Hello, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 49 of my live stream playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. It is, unfortunately, after Halloween time, but we do have a Halloween event to do. I could not get on actual Halloween day because I had to work. That sucked. But, without further ado, go ahead and get to it. There's also the Fall Guys collaboration. We will get into that after we do this stuff. Unfortunately, the rewards for the Halloween event are kind of lackluster, but the storyline's not too shabs. We're gonna go ahead and take care of that. Piqueto. Get a nice emote though, at least. Oh, I think I got kicked off. Oh, I think I'm back. I've been having a little bit of issues with some of this, some of my streaming and other stuff, so hopefully there doesn't break again. We good? I hope so. The fright stuff. Oh my stars, could it be the selfsame adventurer who helped us keep wickedness at bay and transformed All Saints Wake from a night of screams into a day of revelry? Thank the 12 for bringing you to us, for the fiends of the realm knock at our door once again, and we need a dauntless soul to help us ensure they don't tear it off its hinges. The host of this year's Parade of Horrors is a woman with a pumpkin for a head. I shudder to consider whether this is some elaborate costume or... No, perhaps it's best not to know. Her strange appearance makes my skin crawl, to say nothing of her underlings. Why, one might think the Continental Circus has come again, hiding their monstrous intentions behind the guise of celebration. Be grateful that none have yet fallen under their spell, but I fear it is only a matter of time. I must act quickly to unearth their schemes. I would begin a thorough investigation at once, but I'm afraid my surveillance duties here prevent me from moving freely. That, my friend, is why I need you. Approach this pumpkin-headed witch under the flag of friendship, and offer your services to her ghastly celebration. You can't catch even a whiff of foul deeds. I want you to put a stop to them before any innocents come to harm. I'm gonna count on you. Now then, you can find our quarry just across the way at Piqueto's amphitheater, where she is doubtless attempting to draw any and all passers-by into her ungodly procession. Humor her for now. Take care not to fall victim to her honeyed words. Go and buy these bats right fast. That's one of the 2 items you can get from this event. It's you. I knew your arrival was inevitable. For any who once indulged in the revelry of All Saints Wake cannot resist a chance to relive their experience. Plus gives me a chance to dress up. Oh, such eagerness. We are ever in need of willing hands to help with the festivities, preferably with bodies still attached. Of course, I understand you have been tasked with bringing to light any iniquity on my part. Well, you know from experience that I am perfectly harmless, so you are free to conduct your little investigation if it pleases you. Okay. Together I believe we can make this All Saints' Wake into one that will be remembered for moons to come. Yet before we begin, allow me to illuminate the history of this event and our intentions here. On this most unhallowed of nights, the saints revel in their palatial heavens. I am getting tired of that. And as their judgmental eyes become leaden from drink, the impure are free to feast and frolic without fear of punishment. In ages past, the common folk would rue the coming of this night and cower in their homes, that is, until the adventurers took it upon themselves to rid the streets of evil, thus turning the event into a celebration of your collective bravery. A joyous happening, to be sure, but what of the goblin, the ghost, and the gremlin? Unfortunately, there are many monstrous sorts who yet consider this a night to spread fear like a plague. And so it struck me. What if All Saints' Wake could be an occasion for celebration among mortal and monster alike? I believe there is room for light in even the darkest of hearts. Which brings me to the question of your involvement. What have you aid a minion of mine named Papa Gruff in facilitating an All Saints' Wake that will allow yours and mine to join hands in mutual merriment? Perhaps you know Papa Gruff. He was once a void sent so depraved that his kin spoke of him only in hushed whispers, but I have since shackled, or rather politely reasoned with him, to commit devilry no more. Knowing of his formidable magical prowess, I have set him to work under these guiding words, frighten enough to tickle, but not scar. Fear need not be an unpleasant experience, and Papa Gruff is doing his utmost to strike that delicate balance between felicity and fright, not with much success, as I understand. I would love to proffer him advice myself, but I believe one such as you would know better what appeals to the mortals of the city. May you give our beleaguered Papa Gruff a few words of advice? Sure. Thank you, truly. You should be putting on a performance near the Leatherworkers Guild at present, assuming he has yet to be chased from Gerdania's borders. Please speak with him and give him my encouragement. We're going this way. Splint! As you can see, I'm in my customary Link outfit. You're that meddlesome adventurer. Rather, I see tidings of my humble performance have reached even your ears, good sir. Please honor me with your presence as my guest of honor. Without further ado, I shall summon a foul beast before your very eyes. I only hope you've brought a change of small clothes. Monster. It'll take more than a magician's cantrip to scare me. Look here, my dear thrill-seekers, and here lies an ordinary pumpkin, or is it? Take care not to blink, for any moment of distraction may well be your last. Oh, the terror, those bloodthirsty eyes, those razor-sharp fangs. Flee if you dare, but this hellhound would chase you to the ends of the earth to have its once a pledge. And I would know, considering the scars of its wrath upon my backside. Imagine each and every pumpkin adorning this fair city transformed into such a thing. Why, dread would prey upon Gerdania to the last elm. So, a veritable banquet of chaos. Bloody brilliant. You drew us in with all that talk of monsters, only to dash our expectations with an adorable pup. I made some confusion at first, but now I see you're a clown among clowns. Not a single blood-curdling scream, but a smile is not a complete failure, I suppose. Ah, my pumpkin-headed master asked you to help me. Well, allow me to peel back the curtain, as they say. Considering our previous acquaintance, this hardly bears repeating, but my true form is that of a void scent. My, not even a grimace. Well, I suppose it would be inconvenient if you ran away screaming after every sideways glance in my direction. Now for the matter of this furry abomination. Frightened enough to tickle, but not scar, is the agreement that binds me to my master. I don't need to be told twice that summoning any of my kind would be in gross violation of that covenant. So, remembering the deceptive, winsome countenance of this vicious hellhound, I thought it would strike the perfect balance between horrifying and heartwarming. That is, until a child in an earlier show burst into tears at the pup's appearance. Hey buddy, how you doing? Now I've seen a man react with a hearty laugh to the exact same dog with nary a trace of fear in his voice. The difference is vexing. Tell me, is a puppy something to be feared or cuddled? Depends. What frightens one may make another smile. D-chess? Do you mean to say your kind's definition of terror differs from person to person? NaNoWriMo? National Writing Month? I forgot what the no is for. I admit, that does explain the sheer contrast in reactions I've observed so far, and it does place me between a rock and a hellish, soul-rending place. Ah, no, novel. Okay. Good luck, buddy. I know that you can take care of it. That is your area of expertise, among many. My task was simply the matter of bringing people to fearful tears. The ground beneath you would already be soaked through. How in the hell's good name does one frighten to tickle? Ah, but you with your delicate sensibilities can teach me to mix dread and delight into a charmingly chilling concoction. Let us begin at once. Count me in. I'm in it for the emote. Oh, geez. That's quite a bit. Well, actually, no. You're 2/3 of the way through. Let's get right to it, eh? First, we need to find people to scare, but not scar. Your kind seems to gravitate toward the pumpkins we placed throughout the city, which creates the perfect opportunity for mild mischief. One of our displays should be just over this hill, and another is near the Lancers Guild. Your job is to tell me what to transform the pumpkins into once we find suitable test subjects. Let's see how well you tickle. Papa Gruff is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Papa Gruff behind. Alright, that was weird. Can you hear me? Am is my voice projecting? For some weird reason, my headset is acting up. It is kind of old. I hope I don't. Okay, good. Wow, my tech has constantly been a thorn in my tail. When one thing goes, I get it replaced and another thing goes. My headset decided to act up. I guess it was dying. I plugged it in and finally got it working. If you wish to have Papa Gruff accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. This is one of the things that bothers me about the Endwalker X-Pack. They've been adding a lot of these quests where you have to escort people, and they have to follow you throughout the entire moment. The only good part is that you can talk with them at certain points and get a little bit more flavor, but for the most part, it's just kind of, eh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of escort missions. And All Saints Wake performance very well, but I face slavering monsters almost daily. Though it will take something quite fantastic to make me flinch. Well, I could make him flinch so hard his heart would burst in his chest. But that's neither here nor there. What type of ghoul would be suitable? Ghastliest ghoul you can muster, something middle-aged, middle-of-the-road scary, and a small uncanny thing. Well, since he said that he needs something to be scared of, I'm going to give him the most ghastliest thing I can muster. Well, if you say so, allow me to oblige. Mustard gas, right? Ye gods! That gave me quite a fright. I only hope I never face such a monstrosity on one of my patrols, else my final act might be to soil my breeches. Well played, well played. Looks almost real. I believe I might see this terrifying visage in my nightmares for some time yet. I may have heard terrifying stories in my past, but I regret to say the magics I wield don't quite live up to my reputation. I only have a talent for minor transmogrification, really. My master, on the other hand, oh, I shudder to think what mayhem she would be capable of if she wished it. That's the pumpkin-headed lass. Alright, we're gonna go this way. Splint away! I didn't see an advertisement for Spooktober this year. Did you do one, buddy? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I saw that. I need to watch it though. From Edgar Allan Poe. These decorations are so scary. You're not here to trick me, are you? This one is ripe for the picking. Forget I said anything. So, what type of ghoul do you suggest? The most appalling abomination you can conceive of, and don't skip on the ooze. The Hellhound ate my homework levels of dread. Something spoopy. Pardon me, spooky. That's funny. Trying to decide. I forgot which one I did. I think I did, for my main character, I did Hellhound ate my homework. Do I want to scare the actual bejesus out of the little kid? No, I think I did spoopy. And I will do Hellhound ate my homework. You would do that to a trembling child? Who's the real monster here? Oh! It actually makes you choose, okay. If you really think so. You know, when you look at it, it's actually kind of cute. Puff of smoke was a little scary, though. I think I'm beginning to understand. If a fright doesn't kill your kind, it can actually be somewhat pleasant. I believe I'm ready to take the proverbial stab at it. Come, come, there should be more pumpkins around Apkaloo Falls. I wonder what happened to the rest of his little troop. His wife and child. Oh well, we'll probably find out later on. They're probably still being rehabilitated. Nah, they're void sent. They're not gonna get killed. Actually need to go further down. Don't tell me you're supposed to send a chill down my spine. Clowns are for babies. For babies, are they? I'll make this last wish she was back in her mother's womb. You there, little girl. Look well upon this pumpkin. Ah, monster! It's a bogey. What impressive magic. My heart won't stop pounding. God Ma will have the fright of their life when I tell them I saw a real honest-to-God's monster. I can't wait to tell them. Think twice before I insult a clown again. Thank you for the thrills. Bye. She say thank you. Scared her deer out of her shoes as she thanks me. Can't say I've experienced that before. Dare say I even enjoyed it. Yes, now is the time to capitalize upon this newfound tickling skill of mine. Let's visit the display near the Whistling Miller next. You don't want to say that out loud there, buddy. Sounds a little, context different. Phrasing. Good day to you, young lady. May you join me in celebrating the joyous occasion that is All Saints' Wake? Celebrate? That's the last thing on my mind. Please, go and bother someone else with that ghoulish makeup. Oh my, aren't you in a fright? And not the good kind either. What happened, lass? Papa Gruff is here to help. You'll really help? Well, I can certainly do worse than a clown. I've come from the Great Lone Growery, although fled from is probably more appropriate. I was tilling the fields like always when I heard a frightful voice from behind me. I turned around to meet it and came face to face with the foulest monster I've ever seen. When I regained my senses, I was here, my throat hoarse from screaming. No power in the realm can persuade me to return, not while that horror wanders unchecked. Monster. Well, we haven't visited the growery yet. What could it have been, do you think? Maybe one of the transformed pumpkins? No. Might have a real demon on our hands. You may very well be right. Those illusions I summoned are no more capable of free movement than the pumpkins they sprang from. Yes, no doubt they are void set running amok. Here I am, tying myself in the knots, trying to learn the subtleties of spookery, while some uncouth brute goes rampaging through the Twelveswood with nary a thought towards artistry. We forgive such behavior, our efforts to find glee and terror will have been for naught. Tremble and fear no longer, lass. We shall investigate the matter. Truly? You're the first people to believe my claims are more than seasonal mischief. Well, I knew Father was wrong when he said all clowns are villains. Thank you. Yet those words ring strangely in my ears. However, it is not an entirely unpleasant sensation. I know this wasn't why you were sent to assist me, but there's no telling how many of my kind we may find. A single clown can only achieve so much. So would you lend me your aid in case the situation gets undesirably bloody? Thank you. Look at me, expressing gratitude, and to one of your kind, no less. Well, no matter, let us depart to the Great Loam Growery and settle this. I don't mind getting a little goo on the blade. Let's wrap this up. Put another notch in my shield. Music reminds me of Final Fantasy VII a bit. A roguish quarry is close, doubtless lying in wait somewhere to catch us unawares. Once they show themselves, don't indulge them with anything but a face of stony indifference. Boo! It's a magic pot. Oh, come on. As I thought, a fellow Void sent, and what pray tell are you doing here? A brother of the Void, and you know why I'm here, for the Night of Devilry. Once we were free to carouse, creep, and caper, guided by the great pumpkin-headed archfiend. For too long we have been denied our demonic rights, and it is I who shall reinstate our grandest event. Yes, the age of the Great Gorge shall give way to the era of the Great Pot. Even now my allies lie in wait throughout the city, ready to usher in the Night of Devilry. You must join us, brother. Join us as we rise again. No. What? Why? Even if I wanted to, my covenant prevents me from engaging in wanton vileness you propose. Regardless, I have no desire to join you for some cheap jaunt through the city with only a few startled mortals to show for it. Such indelicate devilry would only result in our swift and total annihilation. Yeah, right? Well, if you had seen the Halloween events from before, Papa Gruff was a complete bastard. But he's kind of turned a new leaf. Ha! Spoken like a true coward. Don't tell me you're frightened of some sharpened sticks and clumsy clubs. Oh, but I am frightened, as you too would be had you tasted the full brunt of my master's fury. Perhaps you may yet, if you continue to insist upon this foolish course. I've learned how to blend in with the people here and extract terror in such a way that does not tempt retaliation. Your plan would bring but a single night of debauchery. Learn how to cohabit, however, and our collective revelry can last forevermore. Traitor! Then my minions and I will devour you and your bland bread loaf of a friend. I'm bland. That head, the great gourd. Naughty children ill-deserve to join in the festivities. They should be happy as decorations, to serve as an example for any who would follow in their footsteps. My lady, how pleasant it is to see you. Dare I ask why you grace us with your presence? Caught wind of a void scent disturbance and came here to investigate. When I heard your voices, I knew something was afoot. I must say, I am quite pleased that you see the merit in my approach to All Saints' Wake. Yet something must be done about the other beasts that have crept into the city. Let us give them the same treatment and continue enjoying this unhallowed season on our own terms. Sure thing. Give me that emote. I used to be able to get the that helmet glamour, among other colors. I think it was like green, orange, and white were all of them. And I think it might have been a brown one too. But now you have to pay real money for it. Same with the robe. It was for like the first event. The first Halloween event. With your help, rounding up our reckless kin should prove to be a simple matter. Let us make this All Saints' Wake an occasion to remember for those who dwell in the light and shadow alike. If you sight any errant souls, perform the spell I demonstrated earlier. In so doing, we shall convince the residents of Gridania that the source of their supposed nightmares was not but a cluster of mundane pumpkins. This wand possesses the transformative power you require. Simply swing it around in a grandiose manner and point it at your target. Once the charms have been cast, I shall collect the pumpkins. I understand they are quite delicious when baked in a pie. Yay, emote. You've learned the emote All Saints Charm. A charmed life. Just when I was getting the hang of being the life of the party instead of the death of it, let's wrap this up quickly. Lest this year's All Saints' Wake be remembered as a disaster. Sense something sinister lurking deeper in these fields. As well as a trail heading to the east, perhaps towards the market or the Lancers Guild. Splitting up will be the easiest way to end this quickly. I'll escort the botanist from earlier back here and deal with whatever still haunts the growery. Shall use the opportunity to convince her that what she witnessed before was nothing but an overzealous pumpkin. I should put her heart at ease. I will leave the rest of Gridania to you. Once the void scent had been verily vegetated, meet me at Mikado's amphitheater again so we can deliver my master news of our success. Now let the show begin. The show's already been going on. Alright, let's go hit up the Ethernet shard, because I gotta go all the way over to the Lancers area. Leatherworkers Guild. Go start over here. Wood Whaler and the Void Center locked in a tense standoff. Flick your wand and use the All Saints Charm to lighten the mood. This is another thing that gets kind of meh. You had to go through all these emotes and find your find it set up. And boom. Sometimes it can be a little annoying unless you set it to your hotbar, but then you run out of hotbar spots eventually. Yeah, it's a lot of emotes in this game. Pumpkin, wait, this is all part of the All Saints Wake festivities, isn't it? It sure is, kinda. I must say, that made my heart skip a beat. This is what adorns the streets. I cannot wait to see what the main stage has in store. Notice I didn't say yes. My character. I said yes, but the guy didn't even nod. Well, in this game, they toss the emotes at you quite a bit, and also titles. I think I'm already over 200 titles on my main character. Another reman. Boink. What? It was just a pumpkin. I knew the Wood Whalers wouldn't let such wicked things into the city. Right. I've never seen such a feat of illusion before. If the rest of All Saints Wacus is entertaining, I'd best go and find the main event. You won't get anywhere walking that slowly. Once I get my crafting up, I'm gonna be the Lord Creator. That'll be one of the titles that I'm probably gonna run around as. Right now, it's just Heart of the Party. My main is Lady Creator. Huh? What? It was a pumpkin the whole time? Can't believe I fell for that. But now that I know it was just a trick, I'd like to see it again. You turned all the prowling voids into harmless pumpkins. Papa Greffa waits at Miketo's amphitheater to hear tidings of your success. Should have just used the aetherite. Oh well. There you are. I took care of the void sense still haunting the Great Loom Growlery. Did your hunt go smoothly? I need a drink. My throat's kind of parched. Count on me. Good, good. Now we can safely say that the only frights in store for the citizens of Gridania are of the decidedly entertaining variety. I took the liberty of gathering the pumpkins you created. Their punishment will not be eternal, but they can stand to remain in their current form for the duration of the festivities. At least they could do it in repentance. There you are, my fearless clown. Thank you for reassuring me. I had worried I might have to retire from my position at the Great Loam Growlery and seek less haunted climates. As the master of the Botanist Guild, allow me to extend my personal thanks for helping my gifted pupil avoid such a decision. It would have been a grievous loss for all of us. No, it was no trouble at all. In fact, I should thank you for being such an exemplary audience. True entertainer brings his all to every stage, be it a grand amphitheater or a cozy vegetable patch. I only hope you were half as thrilled as I was. That scary or whatever it was looked so real. I never could have guessed it was just a garden variety pumpkin. Truly, I feel privileged to have seen a master of illusion at his craft. As do I. Would that every day were so filled with surprises. As a token of our thanks, we made some pumpkin cookies from our most recent crop. Please enjoy them in good health. I hope it wasn't the one we just turned. I do believe I can get used to this being thanked thing. Well, since you've gone through the trouble, I'd best eat them before they've cooled. To my good health. This is delicious! Also gaseous. Of the flammable variety. This flavor, I've never tasted anything like it. Copied me what? What do you mean? Cookie's aether is tinged with something I can't quite pin down. It's bold but not overpowering. Is this the taste of gratitude? Oh, how much of my life have I wasted only supping on terror, when all along a whole world of flavors was left neglected. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but I shall consider your words a compliment nonetheless. These cookies are but a small token of my appreciation. I only wish I could have given more. You mean I could potentially receive more gifts? If writing or performing my act will get me more baked delights, I'd better get to work straight away. Why, this is shaping up to be quite the All Saints' Wake indeed. Could not have imagined a better day of celebration for all. Our success here is no small part thanks to you. As I believe the Popograph now has matters well in hand, I shall return to my manor. Pray visit if you are so inclined. Ah yes, before I forget, do you apprise the troublesome investigator of what has transpired here? Maybe he will finally cast his prying eyes elsewhere. I doubt it. What a fantastic yarn! Monsters plotting against monsters, all to make us happy. I may not find your story hard to swallow, but I also see no reason why a fellow guild member would lie. Very well, I shall take your tale at face value and consider these to be glad tidings indeed. However, I cannot help but wonder if this was all an elaborate ruse. They knew we were watching them, and that may have compelled them to put on a show of charity. After all, a monster cannot change its skin overnight. I beg to differ. Wow, my voice is really shot. I shall continue to keep a close eye on their activities from afar. Thank you for everything you've done, and hope against hope that the evil has been laid to rest. And there you go. You now have access to Sneaky Hollow. Speak with the unusual usher at Miketta's amphitheater to be escorted to the costume party. Delightfully frightful. I didn't do this on my main, but let's see if there's actually something to do. Should you wish to visit my master's residence, it would be my pleasure to escort you. Let's go to Sneaky Hollow. They released this, I believe, last event. I wish they'd give us some of these actual things as housing items. Like, I'd like the Jacko mushrooms. I would like the ghostly tree, too. That'd be kind of cool. Of course, jack-o'-lanterns would be nice to have. The chairs are not bad. I think they have a graveyard over here. No, it's a pumpkin patch, never mind. No, they do have some void scent floating around. Wait, there's a shrine up here. Oh, it's a picnic area. That's cool. And I would love this candelabra over here, the black candles. No, they do have there is a place where they have whatchamacallit, a graveyard somewhere around here. Ah, it might be over here. Yep, it's over here. Yeah, I would love some headstones to put into my housing. That'd be kind of cool. They got a bunch of different varieties. And then they have this shrine over here. I didn't have very many decorations to do for the guild house for Halloween, other than kind of taking away all the bright things and putting up dead trees. You wish to have words? Very well. Very well. What would you know? I've already talked about this, so we're not going to change that up. I don't think you can actually go inside her house. Yeah, you can't actually go inside. Darn. Oh well. Nothing much different, so we're gonna go ahead and leave. They also need a bit more animated stuff for housing, like NPCs. Right now, they only have a few vendors that you can get. But it'd be kind of cool if you can get, like, dancers and stuff. Like the ones from Old That'd be kind of cool. You can just choose the race and gender and stuff like that. Alright, so we need to go to Gold Saucer. Because we're going to go do the Fall Guys collaboration now. Yes, that came out, so I unlocked it on my main. I didn't try it yet. I still haven't played Fall Guys. I've heard that this is a bit delayed. Some people are being annoyed by the fact that the precision of the mechanics of the obstacle courses are a little off. That could just be to prevent people from doing it super easily, but it could also be a ping problem. Bonk My Head parody song? No, I have not heard it. Oh, interesting. We're gonna go up here and unlock it. But first we need to hit the cactuar. The mini cactuar pot. I've almost hit my first million MGP. Ah. Lame. Ooh. We're gonna go for the easy second place. And I'm glad I did. Ah, well. Dang, if I went through the middle, I would have gotten 1,000. Darn it. Oh well. Do I have any cards to sell? I do not. Alright, that was easy and quick. Just crowning around. Excellent. The show should be commencing any moment now. Eavesdropping, are we? How very quaint. If you must know, I will soon be making for Blunderville, that I might spectate a few rounds of organized chaos. You have heard of it, yes? No? It shouldn't come as any surprise, but the Gold Saucer has once again deigned to dream bigger. They now offer a host of precarious obstacle courses, which they refer to as shows, and lavish prizes to those who participate. If you prefer something more thrilling than cards and cactpots, perhaps you might find it to your liking. Speak with the curiously dressed man named Y, and he shall guide you to Blunderville Square. I forgot where that's at. They got a bunch of goodies that you can dress your Warrior of Light in. That's what you can wear. You can also get a crown for your head. Greetings! Ready to stumble on into Blunderville Square? Yes. You can dye it, it doesn't have to be that color. It's a little loud for my taste. I'd probably make it a solid color. I can't wait for the next X-Pack where I can do dual dyes on gear. And I'll be able to wear eyeglasses as well as a helmet. They really went all out with this collaboration. Fall Guys kind of got the shaft. They came out right before Among Us did, and Among Us blew up and completely took this over. Yeah, it's very, very colorful. Welcome to Blunderville Square. The Gold Saucer's second round is square. I am known as the Bean Keep, and it is my duty to guide newcome challengers to their premiere show. By that glimmer in your eyes, I take it this is your first visit. Yeah, a very minuscule moment. And then Among Us just completely blew up, and then it fizzled out really fast, unfortunately. We still need to play that, by the way. Aha, as I thought. Never fear, however, for I shall explain all. Blunderville is a set of Battle Royale obstacle courses fit for up to 24 challengers, and you, my intrepid friend, look like our very next one. Challengers are tasked with overcoming 3 particularly tricksy courses, and must race ahead of the pack if they wish to qualify for further challenges. Whether you fall flat during the first round or find yourself among the final few, be sure to win rewards aplenty. Should you bumble and stumble your way to the last round, then you too have a chance of claiming the coveted crown. It can be quite a lot to take in, so I'll leave the finer details for later. In the meantime, have you any pressing questions, comments, concerns? What are those strange creatures wandering around? An excellent question indeed. Our diminutive friends are known as the Beans. Their curious coloration and delightful charms inspired us to construct this very hall, and our shows, of course, with creative abandon. Though we know not where they originated from, we but recently discovered these little ones wandering the Gold Saucer. Their round physiques are reminiscent of legumes, and so we eventually came to call them the Beans. Be they Voidson or Seedkin or something else entirely, they are adorably inquisitive creatures. You simply must hear them hoot and holler about the halls. I've no idea what they're attempting to say, mind you, but it all sounds quite precious. On the other hand, you might be surprised to learn that Master Godbert Mandeville, proprietor of the Gold Saucer, was the first to attempt communication with the Beans. I'm told they found his hearty laughter and muscular mannerisms most endearing. It is thanks to his efforts that we found common ground with them, and in turn they grew comfortable enough to show off their unique proclivities, such as racing through every obstacle that comes their way. They may be a tad clumsy, but the spirit of competition that lies within them is a force to be reckoned with. Master Mandeville was so moved by those displays, he immediately ordered the construction of this whimsical hall, that his new friends might have a place to frolic and play with others. Forgive me, was I rambling? Well, in any case, that, my good man, is how Blunderville came to be. You're more than welcome to take on our shows by yourself, or with an entire audience of companions if you wish. It should be a quick queue, hopefully. Once you've made your preparations, simply speak with the registrar. We'll escort you to our next show as soon as every competitor is accounted for. I believe that covers the basics, but if you're any other burning questions about what might encounter along the way, I will be pleased to assist you. I wish you luck out there, and may you rise above the rest. Alrighty. I'll look at it eventually. Blunderville is now accessible. Custom HUD will be displayed in Blunderville. Should you wish to adjust the HUD settings before participating in your next show, open the system menu and select HUD layout. Wow, that was... Whoop, am I by myself? Wait. Am I running this obstacle course solo? Oh, never mind. I don't know how to do this. Guarantee you I'm gonna lose the first few times. I'll do a few of these, just to see if I can get through all 3 courses. Gonna start in 5 seconds. Oh, that's just the waiting area. Avoid obstacles and reach the goal. Stage info. The stage will end when enough challengers have qualified. Okay. This is just it's called Gentle Beans Fever. So all I gotta do is race. Avoid obstacles and get in. Ooh, boy. Do you get the sprint in here? At least you can jump. Oh my god, seriously? Oh, that sucks! Oh my god, this is annoying. I'm gonna fall. Ooh, that was close. What's the dice thing? Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? You suck! What the? You didn't tell me there's gonna be Mario Kart stuff in this game? Oh, how long does it last? Oh, I'm so glad I didn't fall. Oh, are you kidding me? I hate this confusion crap. Oh, thank God. Oh! Okay, I get it now. Ugh. I'm almost in dead last place. No, you don't. Okay, good, I qualified. That was a little rough. Objective, avoid typhons, fungos, and stay on the platform. Stage info. The stage will end when enough challengers have qualified. The Gold Swiveler. So I have to avoid Typhon as well as all the other stuff. I qualified, but that was rough. Especially that part with the confusion. Don't fall in. Oh, I'm gonna get hit with... Ooh, thank God. I'm stunned. Oh, crap baskets. I think I got knocked out. Yeah, I got eliminated. Damn. At least I can spectate. I mean, making it halfway through is not too shabby. Alright, what's the shortest route? Yellow. Yellow's the shortest route. Okay. Reach the top of the mountain and grab the crown. The stage will end when the crown has been claimed. I'm gonna participate in as a ghost just to see what I gotta do. Alright. Okay. Hey, look who it is. Yoshi. That's funny. Alright, so you have to jump these. Then you can't jump up that way, so you have to go this way. Wait, what? I guess because since I'm a ghost, I can't reach it. Yeah, he's in a lot of gold saucer stuff. Congrats! Oh, that's funny. I got that much stuff. I know I'm definitely not getting the title for this one. You need 100 wins before the event ends. 100 wins to get the achievement. There you get that crown. You can get it glossy so it's nice and shiny. You can get the knit cap. There's the parka. It has an actual particle effect on it. The pants. And then the shoes. Then you can get a victory reveal emote. You can get a mount. There's a 1, 2 pets. There's music. The framers kits. You can get housing items. You can get Aetherite tickets for Gold Saucer. You can get rationing, which increases meal effect duration, and you can get dye. Literally, I have enough points to buy 1 dye right now, which would be the ruby or dragoon blue, and then eventually I'd want to get gunmetal black, pearl white, maybe a brass. I don't know. But quite a bit of stuff to buy. Alright, I was only going to do that once. I don't want to try and take up time playing that constantly. It didn't seem too bad on the whatchamacallit, the delay. We will do this gate, though. If I can get to it before it ends. I think it might be Air Force One. Yep. Time to do some Air Force One. Basically, it's shooting gallery. That was loud in my ears. You gotta be careful, don't shoot the bombs. Oh, crap baskets. I was hoping to get the achievement for a perfect score, but nope, I missed a bunch, and I ended up shooting a bomb as well. I think I accidentally shot another bomb. I think you needed 5,000 to get it perfect. I shot one bomb. I got an S rank though. So since I've got an hour left, what should I do? Ooh, I could finish off the leatherworking guild stuff. I think I got the materia for it. Yeah, gatherer's grass materia. Basically, I was a little cheap and I traded one over from my main. The materia is way too expensive and it takes way too long to try and get the exact piece of gear to spirit bond this level. I was just like, whatever, we'll do that. It's to progress the storyline for the leatherworking, at least. Oh yeah, we also got samurai and some other classes too. Where's my leatherworking? Think it'll be over here? Oh, it's at Miketo's, actually. Where we were at for the, Halloween event. A lot of red on my armor. Oh shit. I just noticed it's one of the seed seers. What's that you say? You wish to submit one of your works for the exhibition. Then pray hand it over without delay. The judging is about to commence. Consider yourself fortunate. Had you come the bell later, the contest would already be over. I must say I am relieved. There are far fewer entrants in this year's exhibition compared to past ones, and when I heard that the Leatherworkers Guild would not be participating, you'll be happy to hear that our plans have changed. Guildmaster Geva, do tell me you've decided to compete after all. Our guild will be representative, yes, but by hero here. What an unexpected turn of events, but I must hurry. The exhibition is about to begin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have all been waiting for. The judging for best leather apparel will now commence. It would seem that an unprecedented number of last-minute withdrawals have left us with precious few candidates worthy of top honors. Nevertheless, we will proceed as planned. Our next finalist is this lovely raptor skin jerkin, painstakingly crafted by an artisan of Angerbotha apparel and accoutrements. Judges if you would. Cut is rugged yet serviceable. It would seem that numerous skins were layered to afford maximum protection. Function over form, a lancer cannot help but applaud such craftsmanship. Tanning work is clumsy, but the sturdiness of the piece cannot be denied. In times of war, speed and practicality are virtues. I would say that it is worthy of consideration. Right? As wasteful as ever, I see. How many raptors did you butcher to create that misshapen mess? Ah, Geva. Fancy meeting you here. Stand back and watch as that misshapen mess is named best in show. The next and final piece is this last-minute entry from the Leatherworkers Guild. Nice sparkle. High quality, bitch. With the materia socketed into the boot. Look pale, dog. What's the matter? Think you weren't expecting actual competition? Why, this is positively stunning. One can almost feel the raptor's very life force exuding from this jerkin. Not a single seam out of place, not a single cut of the hide wasted. The piece was clearly crafted with a profound respect for the beast whose life was taken to create it. It offers superior protection to the younger boat the piece, while at the same time allowing for greater freedom of movement. This jerkin would be a proud addition to any archer's armory chest. In my line of work, I have seen many an adventurer come and go. Rare is the one who possesses the aptitude and diligence demonstrated by the creator of this piece. Ladies and gentlemen, it would appear we have a consensus. By unanimous vote, the award for best leather apparel goes to Hero of the Leatherworkers Guild for his exquisite raptor skin jerkin. Oh yeah! Winner. Taking that chicken dinner. Daughter Angerbotha apparel, I presume. We are investigating numerous accusations of harassment, extortion, counterfeiting, and poaching. You would be so kind as to come with us so that we might discuss these allegations in private. Well, hero, it seems our work here is done. Let us return to the guild. Amazing work, amazing. Truly scrumptious. I must confess, hero, until I saw your jerkin with my own eyes, I was not entirely convinced you had it in you. But you did. From this day forth, I am proud to call you not apprentice, but peer. As for me, I could finally return to my own work, free of headaches and distractions. Though as luck would have it, we have a veritable legion of erstwhile Angerbotha defectors knocking at our door, looking to rejoin our ranks. They think their false tears and trite words of remorse will earn them my pity? Ha! I'll send them straight on their way and lop a square off their hindquarters for good measure. So I once might have done, but who among us has not erred? Even I have been known to make mistakes, albeit rarely. So I will give these turncloaks a second chance, but mark my words, any who so much as thinks of crossing me again can look forward to a new life as a subligar. The life of a guildmaster is fraught with frustration, yet I would gladly deal with 1,000 hapless apprentices for even the slimmest hope of seeing one flourish as you have. Your triumph at the exhibition, your goods are sure to be in demand across the Eorzea. But you must never forget how you achieved your success. It's like blood in the background, but it's just red dye. Unflagging dedication to your craft and a deep respect for the lives you must take to perform it. Remember always the values of Fenil, and I have no doubt that you will do us proud wherever you go. I got a Pinga! I can get 3 gold pieces. Or I can do one of these pieces. What I got's way better. Yeah. Definitely a lot better all around. So I guess we'll get the gold pieces. I mean, I could sell these, but meh. So that's 7,500 gil right there. This concludes the Leatherworker quest for Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest before the dawn. Once you've done so, the next Leatherworker quest will be available from Gela. I haven't gotten that far yet. Ah, New Game Plus. And I leveled. Yay. Is Pinga better or weaker? I think it's weaker, actually. Yep. Darn. Speaking of storyline... Wait. Okay. Well... Gotta love the quick change. I love glamour plates. Halloween's over. Time to get back to our lordly attire. For we have to go and speak with Monbrita. Aether on demand. Rising Stones. So we're going to Morjona. Oh, man. If we had more Manderville storyline, I'd go do that, but unfortunately, that one's also blocked until Heaven's Award. I can't even do any of my class quests, because I pretty much got those all knocked out. Rising Stones... It's been a while. I think they're right here. And of course, I can't do any of those yet, because I haven't done the normal modes. I know I do eventually need to unlock the Crystal Tower, but I think I can wait on that for a little bit. I want to try and get into Heaven's Ward soon. There you are, Monbrita. All done with your talk with dragons? Wonderful, because Ashians are next on the menu. Let's head to the cellar, shall we? Few more items on the list for what? Please be voiced so I can rest my voice. Oh yeah, true.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void. Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute! Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the great river of ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether.
Yeah, right.
Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Kostrom's Sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men.
Now keep in mind, they were talking about if things go wrong, they don't want to cause a catastrophe. So they choose Northern Thanalan. Of course, they said middling-sized corrupted crystals distance pretty far apart. There's a huge reservoir of ceruleum in Northern Thanalan, which is the equivalent to crude oil. It's a giant bomb, and they want to test something that could explode right next to it.
Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arsians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a Crystal Brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thancred and Papalymo shall accompany you. Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
Yeah. It's kind of weird seeing a bunch of these characters again. Just at this time frame, a lot has happened in the story. It's just, oof. I still get chills. And there's holes in my memory. Like, I don't remember the entire story, because this has spanned over a decade. It's just good to see it old times again. That's spoilers, buddy. It would seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The Fourth have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilred will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at our headquarters in Ul'dah. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Ooh, meanwhile. Your duties take you to Northern Thanalan, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Philemon travels to Ul'dah, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. Past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front or we shall fall. How extraordinary that my little Acelia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I now stand at her side not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. colleague with influential connections, but I fear that Ul'dah has become a place of danger, even for one so familiar with her streets. Bah! Woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, milady. Such a weird motion that they make. I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way, then? So I'm waiting for it, but I have an idea for a samurai glamour for Halloween, because I'm trying to do different characters from different like games, anime, stuff like that. I have two choices. The first one for samurai was Kenshin from Samurai X, Rurouni Kenshin. My second one, because I can do the hairdo, and I'm pretty sure I can get the clothing to match. I'm only missing the weapon, and that would be Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho. They have the pompadour hairstyle, and I can color my hair red. The only thing we'll be missing would be an energy blade, which unfortunately they don't have yet. Yeah, right? Spirit Flies Water! Burst into flame! I love this mount. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it's still good. I wouldn't doubt it, buddy. Although, of course, some people would say the better... Wait, I got a mark? I've been told that they found my mark. Where's it at? It says southwest. Wait, I see it. Aha! I have to do this right fast, folks. I need to get my hunt mark done. I'm fighting the Leech King. Dance for me. Oh, he doesn't stun. This is no contest, though. This is just basically waiting him out. Yay! That also gives me 5,000 gil. I'll take it. As I was saying, though, probably a lot of people would say a better comparison for a glamour in terms of Yu Yu Hakusho. For a samurai, it would be Hiei, but it seems too basic, and there's no way to get the eyeball on the forehead. Oh, Gorgamera's up. Can't fly too high here. Commander Levieur sent word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talents is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Amalja. But returning to the task at hand. The Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Ravan's push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Garleans could begin marching on us at any time. Pray speak with Lieutenant Edelstein, and we might coordinate our counter-strategy. In the meantime, I'll inform the others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be welcome tidings. I'm actually going to fly over the gigantic pool of ceruleum that they have in this area, just to show you how big of a bomb that they're playing with here. See these giant pipes? This is part of the ceruleum plant. All that out there is ceruleum. It's a giant reservoir. And all it takes is a little spark and the whole thing goes up instantaneously. Lieutenant Hero, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. One day we could sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. The civilian draughtsmen, you see, have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. I had my sappers take a closer look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices of Imperial design, no less. By my order, the flame stationed here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were able to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat for now. Unable. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial Army. I would once again ask for your aid. Sure thing, boss. There's something you require of me. Yes. I was clicking too fast. On the counter-offensive. We've been keeping a close eye on that Garlean garrison, and it would seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take to the field to meet this assault head-on. I have apprised your fellow scions of the situation, and I am heartened to know that they will be joining in the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Allian, and lend your much welcome strength to the counter-offensive. I jumped too early, so I couldn't mount. Ooh, it looked like we had some other additions. Glad to have you with us, Hero. As I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Garleans have deployed a small force from Castra Meridianum. The main column assembles to the north near Dalaman's Talons, and we've also spied several scouts attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. I wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Nilbert. That salute looks so derogatory. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the force should have little trouble contending with aught the Garleans might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The third was getting restless holed up in Ul'dah, so I marched them out here to fill in any holes in the plan's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own force to safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. Aye, so it would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Hint, hint. Let's take this fight to the Garleans. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. There are no objections. The Scions shall join the fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the third then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west to prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuyuhase. His scouts should have a rough idea where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Yeah. The massive hard-covered book-sized script. Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. Now this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, the better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. Convenient. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Cool. I do some of my own best work alone anyways. I don't need escorts to accidentally friendly fire. Nope, I got stunned. They weren't hiding very well. Actually, I should probably take this guy. I think this is the guy that was stunning me before. Stop shooting me! Tired of repairing bullet holes in my armor. You seem grim, Cyan. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I had never had a tussle with another of these Magitech horrors. It's time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Alien know the west is now clear. I would appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. I just noticed that my guildmate's name is Rainbow Bright. Spelled off. Lieutenant Hero, what news of the Garleans? All dead. The raiding parties are no more, then. Excellent. The Amagina engineers will be the most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. Nope. An uninvited Asian. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Alien has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogden lady with the large axe. It would appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. Yeah. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but Northern Thanla is no place to wander alone, even for a capable source such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. Alrighty, where are you at? You're at in the east. Oh, she's gonna go test out her siphon.
Hold on, I won't be a second.
I knew it.
The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe.
Ah, that's a good one-liner.
I know. as Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting.
It'll be a small firework.
Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
I've already got a serviceable axe.
He senses me. A useful talent.
An Ascian. Are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth, meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh, dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff.
Oh no! I forgot
in
about
my
this.
grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
I shall be the left hand.
What did that bastard want with us? Nabriales, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet. Unconscious. But this staff... You say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
I said, oh no, because I know it's coming up now, and it entails me having to complete a trial. And I hate this trial so much. There's so many ways for this trial to wipe a group. Even though it's at this point in the game. Yeah. It's a strategy check. It's basically can you follow patterns and strategy. Oh boy. I've had to do it a few times on roulette, so I remember the fight. It's just this part's not a fun part. Compelling storyline though. You're here. That's at least why staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now. I'm gonna see if I can't get into this trial and get it done.
You two.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Moonbreeder!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
After them! Quickly!
before the rift closes.
Chrysalis. Oh, man. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Where's it at? There it is. It says less than 5 minutes, so we're gonna try and do that, and after this storyline little thread is done, I'll cut the video. But this is quite a bit. I don't really want to leave this broken. Although I have to take Nabrielis' side of there for that little bit. She uses the same skill twice in a row, fails both times. She did not learn. Probably would have been better off keeping her feet planted. Aww. No one's running dungeons. Portal, let me in. Forget about me and go. Okay, I'm gonna go this way then. Convenient how no one was here during this attack. Actually, I'm going to say I'm doing a lot better than a guildmate right now, because I just saw what they're running, and they're wiping, and I can see why if there's a lot of new people running that raid. So, I'm glad I'm not there. Sorry, guildmates, but it was a nice callback, that raid, but oh boy, a lot of headaches. Aww. Okay, so I can't buy anything from her. Yeah. People that can't afford to just shill out money for a new system when it pops out. I still got my PS3 and PS2, by the way, as well. I even got my old brick Game Boy. Alright, I didn't buy any of these. Huh. Okay, so what was I buying with my tombstones? Oh, was I buying my red mage gear? One or more items missing. Oh, I didn't buy the weapon yet, did I? Here we go. Ironworks gear. I didn't buy it. Well, use this. Oh, that's why. I was about to say use the stupid sword I just bought, but there we go. Yay! Okay, what am I using over here? These are the slaying ones that I don't have. I could buy... I could almost get 2 items. Darn. Oh well. What am I missing on this? The weapon and the bow. Fun stuff. By the way, I didn't mean to be too harsh about that. People still have a PS4 thing. It's just kind of annoying when some people don't. They're like, wow, you got some old tech on your hands. It's not like everyone can afford to be top of the line every time something new comes out, you know? Come on, people, queue up! Let's see this. I don't want to have a guildmate unsync run it. I kind of want to go through the whole thing as it is, but I know it'd be an inconvenience. But if they go through it unsync, they're pretty much just going to one-shot the boss. I will admit, it is kind of fun to go do that every once in a while, though. When you get frustrated, you just go and pop on your max level, completely mow down a storyline boss that was annoying to you. Jacqueline. Yeah, Jacqueline's a level 90. It is so satisfying. Can we do this thing? Oh well, while we're working... Oh, well, okay. It popped. My bad. Alrighty, here we go. Chrysalis time. Alrighty, buddy, you can catch this part later on. Be sure to grab some tissues. Say hello to the kiddo for me. And your bro. And the Kit Kats. Cats. Booty shot. He really does overplay the bad guy quite a bit. Alright, here comes the first bit of orbs. Let's take that one. I'll take this one. We'll get this darkness sprite. Get the blue orb. Well, I hope people are grabbing orbs. I don't want to wipe off of this first dark spell. It looks like we might wipe. I don't know. Never mind, we're alright. It hurt a bit. We survived. Basically, we're going to go through another phase of those orbs and dark sprites again. And then things get a little nutty. After the next dark casting is when it's kind of a make or break situation. Alrighty, here we go, I think. Yep. Next set of orbs and sprites. Basically, you want to make sure that these orbs don't get to him so he doesn't charge up. You want to alternate colors. You don't want to do too many of the same color, otherwise your debuffs will stack to the point of you dying. Which I'm about to show. They'll start bouncing you around pretty hard too. Good, we got our third limit break. Bar filled. Gonna need that. No! No, 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 no! Oh my god, did you... We wipe. The Dingleberry used the limit break at the wrong time. Oh wow, I'm surprised we made it. Technically what you're supposed to do, people, is you're supposed to save the limit break and use the DPS one on the tear. We managed to pull that through. Secret Asian Man. Alright. I overreacted a little bit, but it still made me a little upset. I thought we were gonna have to redo that. I'm glad we didn't have to, though. Future reference. Terra needs a limit break.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, scions.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
Time to play Ghostbuster.
What trickery is this? No. No! You cannot! No!
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free! Concentrate! Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light. Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louis Soir, I understand now. The choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger. You daft old coot.
Moonbreeder! No! You mustn't!
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Not anymore.
Moonbreeder. She's gone. You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead. This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Urianger know?
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisois I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisois hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisois' wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisois' will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Never have I seen Oriange so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. Shall gather in the Charlian Manor to celebrate Moonbreeder's life and mourn her passing. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and call this here. Gonna go ahead and head back to the house. Alrighty. So the first scion has fallen. Well, technically the second if you count Louisois, but that was in the cutscene. Probably need to find a better spot for my my housing. My problem is the only way I can go up from here is to get a mansion, and those are very few and far in between. Not to mention very expensive. I do have the money that I will be crossing over for it, but I still need to wait for one to open up. And I am crossing the money over only because it's a very rare chance that one will open up. And I eventually want to make a castle, as it were. That's why I have my ruined turrets. Alright everyone, this has been part 49 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you'd like to go ahead and give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber to keep the content on my channel. Comment down below and tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay, but let's leave them spoilers out, alright? And I'll see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later.